education is really about the student. It is about looking for their strengths and playing to their strengths and not focusing so much on the weakness that we discourage them from the idea of learning. I could see it in every single teacher that we encountered. They got it, they had it immediately without explanation. They looked for, what do you like? What interests you? How do we get to you on your level where you're at? When people see your child, when they take one moment in that whole experience to really take an in-depth look at who is the being in front of me and how can I help them grow, it is liberating as a parent to find somebody who's playing on your team. And it so rarely happens in a public school setting. So having this external support and having someone who masterminded the idea of protecting these children, inspiring these children, elevating these children, and minding the individuality of these children so that they can succeed like a parent would, it is the most supported that we have felt in 8 years of education. There is a peace in my home because I now feel like I am allowed to be a parent and support the other things that make a fully formed human being in a meaningful way, because the educational part of my child's existence is now fully supported in a global way through the QBBE. And I can't thank you enough. I am so appreciative. It is nice to feel defended. It is nice to feel supported. It is nice to be told I'm not hysterical, I'm not crazy, I'm not over demanding, because I want good quality services provided to my child. Not extraordinary, not above and beyond the call of duty, but just standard services to be provided, and to have the QBBE show up and support my request for basic services to be rendered by my teachers and my school board was a phenomenal act. It made sure that everyone understood that we are not alone, that the person I represent and I advocate for, because that's my job as a parent, is to defend my child. I am not crazy for asking. I am not demanding. I'm not bad. I'm not troublesome. I am asking for the bare minimum, and that they needed to respect me as a human being, as a parent, as they would other parents. And that is also a huge, big issue, that other parents get these things without working so hard for it. But as soon as it's a child of color, particularly if he's male, particularly if he's reached about 100 pounds, he goes from being cute and loved and embraced by the community in general to a state of predation. And they suddenly start to categorize your child as a predator. My child is not a predator. He is a young Black male. He is having an experience like all other children have. But as soon as they are kissed by the sun, the perception of them is different. He is larger. He is stronger. They expect more from him in a maturity level that doesn't actually equal his age. So when he wins a fight, oh, he's the bad one. He's the aggressor. Did he start a fight? People are allowed to pick on him, call him names, tell him he looks like a girl, question his identity, his gender, and that's all fine. And then they get to hit him once, twice, 3 times, and that's okay. But God forbid should he stand his ground and hit them back. So to see a child have joy and excitement about the process of learning, that's huge. And I am truly elated about that as an experience.
Thank you, that's much appreciated. We know kids go to school with the urge to learn. We know that every child at that, when they enter school, they just want to understand the world around them. And it seems like they go to school and then you get stifled. And then they get discouraged, where all of a sudden, like I always say, they don't learn from people they don't like. If you as an educator, that's your first role is So you have to establish that trusting relationship where they know that you were there for them, you were here to make sure that they learn, and then whatever problem they can trust and talk to you about it. As opposed to oh thank you here and be nobody likes to be offended, especially when they're so young and they don't know how to manage with that indifference. So they shut down. And then they want to know, well, why is he not studying?
When I watch the people in my neighborhood, because I often have to, I watch these women going through the struggle, and we don't have a proper system to manage and to help people get from point A, like there's an issue, to there's a solution. And there's a lot of digging that is required. There's a lot of digging for resources. Where do I go? And most of us have gone through the whole system and we never find the answers.